What's going on YouTube? Steve V here with another video. Hope everybody's doing well out there, and as always, appreciate you guys coming into the Man Cave Arcade and hanging out with me for a little while. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a countdown of my top 10 favorite Sega Genesis games growing up. Now, the Sega Genesis was a console that I actually had to enjoy from afar because I didn't own a Sega Genesis till years later. But I had a lot of family and friends that had the Sega Genesis, and I made a lot of fond memories playing these 10 games that I'm about to tell you about today. So I hope you guys enjoy this countdown. We're gonna get right into it. Here we go. Coming in at number 10 is NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Boom shakalaka, he's on fire! Those are some of the fun and iconic calls we would hear on commentary while playing this game. Now, the first time I played this game was at a birthday party in the mid-90s, and you're not going to find a better party game than this one. And the Sega Genesis had a lot of sports games. I mean, tons. But in my opinion, this was always the number one sports game that was on that console. I mean, it still holds up today. And the thing I love about this game is anybody can play it. The controls are very simple, which made it a fun game for everyone. Coming in at number 9 is Street Fighter II Championship Edition. Now, Street Fighter II had so many different variants. I mean, I've lost track. But Championship Edition was the one that I played the most. And what got me interested in this game was seeing people play it and doing some of these combos and moves. The first time I seen someone do a Hadouken, I wanted to know how they did that. So at this time, with the internet really taking steam, I would go on the internet, try to find out all the combos, and then I would play people and test them out. And that's what really made this game fun for me. It's a classic fighting game and one that had to be on my list. Coming in at number 8 is Batman Returns. Now, Batman Returns was the first Sega game I ever played. My parents were over visiting some friends, and they had a son who was older than me, but he was nice enough to set me up with his Sega Genesis, and one of the games he had was Batman Returns. Now, I'm a huge Batman fan, so I couldn't resist trying out this game. Little did I know, it was going to be very dark, very gloomy. The music was a little depressing, but it was truly paying homage to what the movie was. And at that time, I hadn't seen the movie yet. But I did enjoy playing the game, though it was very hard, but pretty awesome at the same time. Coming in at lucky number 7 is Ghouls and Ghosts. Now, speaking about hard games, this one probably takes the cake. I can't count how many times I've played this game and lost within the first level. I think I've actually only made it to the second level. But this game has a lot of nostalgia for me because when I was visiting my family in Portugal, my cousin had this game. And for us to sit down and play this game together, though there was a bit of a language barrier, it brought us together and it brought us a lot of joy. And to see him make it as far as he did, I'm still amazed by that. And that's the reason I have to put it at number 7. It did what video games are supposed to do, bring people together. Coming in at number 6 is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Growing up in the 90s, of course I was a Power Ranger fan. So when I played this game, it kind of hit on all cylinders for me at that time. It had the tournament style of gameplay that I was really enjoying at that time with games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, but I was going against the villains from the show that I knew. It had all the Rangers, including the Green Ranger, who was my favorite at that time. You can unlock him after you battle him and win. You can fight in the Zords after the monsters would grow. It had everything you could possibly want as a Power Ranger fan. Coming in at number 5 is Mortal Kombat 2. When it comes to tournament style fighting games, this by far is my favorite. Mortal Kombat 2 offered more characters, more fatalities, blood, where in the first one they removed that for the home consoles, though I think on the Sega Genesis there was a special code where you could access it, but in this game it was already in there. It was definitely a gruesome game, but as a kid I couldn't get enough of it, and even as an adult, when I was collecting arcade 1-up cabinets, the first one I picked up was Mortal Kombat 2. That's how much I enjoy this game, and that's why it has to be on this list. Coming in at number 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist. Now, the first time I saw this game was at my friend Paul's house, and he was playing it with some friends, and I thought they were playing Turtles in Time. But when I looked at it, something looked a little bit different. There was different levels they were playing, though some of them also looked similar. There was similar music, but also some different music. So I asked him, I said, is this Turtles in Time? And he said, it's the Hyperstone Heist. So I played it with him and his buddies and really enjoyed the game, to the point where when I was collecting for Sega Genesis years later, this was one of the games I had to pick up, though I accidentally picked up a fake. But it plays the same, though I'm still in the market for the original. Coming in at number 3 is Golden Axe. Now, next to the Sonic games, the first game that pops in my head when I think Sega Genesis is Golden Axe. And the reason why is because this was also a game I played the first day that I played a Sega Genesis. I played Batman Returns, and then I played Golden Axe right after, because that was the other game that he had. This game was such a great beat 'em up. I remember picking the elf, he had the big axe, and I remember going around hitting people with that axe. Some of the bad guys would come riding these dinosaur-looking monsters. You can hit them off, jump on the monster. It was a phenomenal game, and one that I love going back to play if I'm playing the Sega Genesis. Coming in at number 2 is Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, you couldn't expect me to do a Sega Genesis countdown of my favorite games and not have some Sonic game on here. Sonic is the mascot for the Sega Genesis, and I love the original Sonic. I know Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 are phenomenal games, but I didn't play them enough to really get a good grasp of those games. It was Sonic 1 I spent all my time playing, and during the console wars when Sega was trying to find a game to rival Super Mario, this game delivered. The speed of Sonic, the colors of the levels, the music in the game, it was truly breathtaking. Coming in at number 1 is Streets of Rage 2. Now, the Sega Genesis had so many great qualities within the console, and one of the best was the sound system. If there was any game that utilized this sound system the best, in my opinion, it's Streets of Rage 2. The music in this game is phenomenal. It really captures the time period of when this game came out. So when you mix a great soundtrack with a great beat 'em up, you can't get any better than that. And one thing that I do really enjoy playing is beat 'em ups, because you can kind of turn off your mind, just sit down on the couch and go and kick some butt. And with this game looking so beautiful with its amazing sprites, each character having their own personal movesets, beautiful level designs, I mean, this game was truly the total package. And one thing I loved about it was the fact that it contained so many elements of all the great beat 'em ups that came before it. Games like Final Fight, The Turtles, X-Men, Simpsons. So with that being the case, how could this game not be my number 1? It's got it all. So next time you're thinking of playing some Sega, pop in some Streets of Rage 2. You're guaranteed a great time. So I hope you guys enjoyed my countdown of my top 10 favorite
Sega Genesis games I played back in the day. I've had a great time reminiscing and just thinking back at some of these fond memories I have playing these 10 games with my family and friends. I would love to hear your top 10 of your favorite Sega Genesis games you guys played back in the day. Feel free to throw them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, I really appreciate the support. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.